Sunday mass to be inspired.
We gather here, our faith like fire.
Together we're strong in our desire. We light up the night in a blazing world. And Sunday mass we don't need no Messiah. Let's come to bash.
Alleluia. In nomine Padri, I Fili, I Spiritus Sancti. Sunday Mass to be inspired. It's 3:05 Eastern Standard Time in New York City. Hey, everybody. How are you all doing? What are you wearing today? I'm wearing my First Omega Space. Isn't she beautiful? She's beautiful. And I'm thankful. Thankful Fridays. How are you? I'm going to turn this up because it sounds really crap, right? Really crap. There it goes. That sounds more like it. How are you? Listen, we got something big happening. Welcome back. Dreams are, check it out. Welcome back to the same old place that you laughed about. It's Dave Fahrenheit 451 back at number one. He's back at number one. It's Dave. So as you all know, Panel Power took the lead on Thursday, and then on Friday he evened it out, and now Dave's back on top. So I feel like saying it's where you belong, but Panel Power, and more power to you, Panel Power, and all the great bashers out there who love this little thing that was going on. It was pretty amazing. So anyway, Dave, big hearts to you too for that. I got to come up with something special for you as well. But I scheduled the show kind of late today because today I was doing so much extra stuff. I had a 7:30 in the morning phone appointment with a relative over in the old country because, we're trying to get the gears in motion on something very specific. When that all occurs, I'll let you all know for sure. But as it is right now, it's kind of speculative at best because there's a joint that's very interesting, and we got to figure it out. We got to figure out what's going on with it. But the possibilities are there, and we're just trying to get all the best opinions together. And especially, we're so lucky that Paul's got family over there and that can pop in and see stuff and talk to people and all that stuff. So anyway, Sunday Mass to be inspired, Dave Fahrenheit 451. Then we've got Dave Fitzsimons _artist. Whoop, 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 whoa. Hey, Dave Fitzsimons, how are you? Great to have you. And the beautiful Carolyn Martin, the first lady of iBashers, of course. The incomparable. CKM for now. CKM for forevermore, my darling. Ray 3349. As Osheen and Emmett said, calling me a cunt was a compliment. Relax, bashers. It's an Irish compliment, right? It's always about a man. It's never. No one ever uses that word on women in Ireland. It's just not a thing. It's like, oh, there's your man Pete. He's a real beep. Even though I just said the word and I didn't mean to. Well done, Dave Fahrenheit 50. Everybody's loving it. Renaissance is here. It's 6745. All your life, you live so close to the truth, it becomes a permanent blur in the corner of your eye. And when something nudges it into outline, it is like being ambushed by a grotesque. A grotesque. I like that you said a grotesque. By a grotesque. Incomparable. For all the compasses in the world, there's only one direction. And time is its only measure. Indeed, Renaissance. Sometimes you feel as if you have the truth of a moment in your hand, and then it slips through your fingers and is lost. Sometimes you feel you have the truth of a moment in your hand, and then it slips through your fingers and is lost. That's pretty beautiful. Incredible. Yeah, I had that on Friday. Well, I didn't get lost, but it was just like the reason why I put that fox in there is because, we had to go to the place to deal with the thing. And the amount of bollocks and the amount, the hucksterism and the dishonesty and so transparent, so utterly by all. The people who are like that, the people who are just liars and greedy little twats, there's so much egomaniacal shite that goes on with them that they feel that no one sees it because they're invincible in a way, and it's and which leads to their demise in the end, and with the truth coming out about them, which is amazing. So that's like I just walked out of there. We got what we wanted out of it on on Friday. There's more to come, but it was a step in a very positive direction, and I just walked out of it with this incomprehensible realization that someone who I thought was bad is worse than bad. If there's such a thing as worse than bad. I'm not quite sure that there is, but I think I might have found it. There must have been a moment at the beginning where we could have said no, but somehow we missed it. Oh, look at this. I see what your connections are. You know, I have the opposite is true. I have the opposite thing that was true for me. And I don't regret this in any way. But when I was coming up in the music world, I had a little bit of a leg up on a lot of the singers that were out there because I was technically a really good singer, and far better singer than I am now because I just don't work at it like I used to. I used to work at it very, very hard, and I studied and I did all the right things, and whatever natural talent I might have had, I definitely enhanced it by hard work and a pretty great work ethic. But I had the opportunity to take the easy road a couple of times and just bail on my gang and go somewhere else. And I don't know if that would have ever led to anything. I always said there were two bands, and this is going to make me sound like a very old man, because these are not contemporary artists that anybody. No, Led Zeppelin did not ask me to join their band, but a couple of bands did that have some modicum of success. One of them was actually there was many of them. One was Vandenberg. Nobody knows of that. He wound up in Whitesnake. Then there was Dream Theater, and those guys were famous in a very underground way. Yngwie Malmsteen, I've told you that story 1,000 times. And the ones that I wanted never asked me. And the only bands that I would have ever wanted to be in was I wanted to play with Richie Blackmore and Rainbow, and I wanted to be or in the Michael Schenker group. I would have said yes to those, but I didn't. I always said nah. So for me, it was the opposite, saying no. And do I feel like this, like I missed something? Not really, because when I look at what happened with those things along the way, do I think I would have made the difference? No, I don't. I think that they got very credible singers in there. I mean, opportunities come and go. Sometimes you see them and sometimes you don't. I never saw, the only thing I did see come and go was my band's inability to make the right decisions at the right time for the moment. We were very, very stupid when it came to that. So we made lots of bad decisions. Nobody was on drugs. Nobody was drinking. There wasn't any problems like that. We had a great work ethic. We were a very well rehearsed band, and we had some opportunities and some things that came along the way, and we would just go, no. I don't know why we did that. It's just stupid. But yeah, there were moments, and I guess you just in reflection is a crazy thing because everybody has them in their life. You could be a bricklayer or a poet or a astrophysicist. I mean, everybody in every walk, a checkout counter person. It doesn't matter what line of work you're in. Like I've said a million times, I passed the fireman's test. Yeah, I could have been a fire. I would have been like my mother had passed away several years ago, but she used to say, you'd be retired by now. I said, or dead. Because I would have still been a fireman at night during 9/11. And how many firefighters did we lose during that? I mean, listen, you get hit by a truck tomorrow. It doesn't really matter. But when you put yourself, those people are heroes. And I didn't think I was heroic enough for that kind of thing. Plus, I wanted to rock and roll all night and party every day. Happy Sunday Mass, Father Dirk and all the best. She says, Melly, 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 Melly. See, hello, Purple One. Big hearts to you, beautiful lady. Thank you so much. I see we've got some serious Mork and Minzy madness today. So today, the rock band Kiss is getting honored by Herr Trump. And I have listen, regardless of your political affiliation, and that it doesn't really matter. However, I think that they should have declined the invitation. Now, Gina, I understand why he wouldn't, because he's incapable of not having smoke blown up his ass. He needs it. I'm very excited. President Trump is getting together, and President Trump has made a mockery out of the Kennedy Center. He's already talking about calling it the Melania Center of the Arts. He's never done anything artistic. He's never contributed to the arts. He's never been a part of the arts, never been a patron of the arts. He's always said that, it's not interesting to him because there's no money to be made, because art is, mostly a lose-lose proposition. Very few people in the arts get to scale the heights, and when they do, they're the biggest heights you can possibly have. So I just think they should have waited until, but then again, Ace is dead, so maybe the time is ticking. I don't know. I just would have said no. I definitely would have said no. I'd be like, I'm not taking that from him. He's ruining the Kennedy Center. Everybody quit. All the people who were so good at it. And I noticed it looks like they got rid of the rainbow, because that probably is offensive to him, because you know why. I don't know. People do what they want, and that's fine. Pictures at the gallery. Thank you so much. The Eucharist is the food of the soul. Without it, the soul dies. Well, that's right. I didn't know if you were a religious person in any way. We've never really discussed that, have we? I did not go to mass today. However, I did stop in church and light candles for all y'all. I had a little word with the big guy first, because I popped in there right after mass had let out because I had some errands to run. And it smelled like incense, and it was just really nice. And there's like one priest left around just kicking around, blowing out all the candles. So I lit a bunch of candles and then left. I have not taken the Eucharist in a very, very long time, but I'm not one of those people that, there's a rule that technically says you have to take confession. I haven't taken confession in 40 years. I don't think I really want to give anybody a heart attack. Not recently. A single mass heard during life is more valuable than many material goods left as an inheritance. Well, yeah, it can be. Words are inspirational. Words are incredible. What? It's just stuff, right? At the end of the day, isn't all the other stuff just stuff? Like, per esempio, we're talking about figuring out how to downsize. And I don't mean downsize like, because, obviously we want to get a bigger place for guests and everything. Per gli ospiti. But we have too much crap. I have too much crap. I talked about getting rid of all my vinyls, and I decided I'm not going to do that. I have 3,000 vinyl albums. That I'm not going to get rid of. But I probably have 50,000 black t-shirts. I wear the same shit every freaking day, unless I'm going out. Nice clothes, nice suits, and things like that. That's, you don't get rid of that. I do have one beautiful suit that I will never fit in ever again, and it is beautiful, and I should just get rid of it unless I go on. I'm just too old of a person. It's a 38 regular, and like I wear a 42 now, so that was like 4 sizes ago, 20 years ago, and it's a beautiful suit, and I should probably give it to somebody who will fit, because it's so beautiful and it's timeless. It's not a it echoes no fads or fashion. It's a classic notch lapel, 3-button, double vent, cream and silk Tom Ford for Gucci suit. It's beautiful. And the moths didn't get it because there's cotton in it. They don't like cotton. It's a beautiful suit. I just want to get rid of the stuff. I got too much stuff. Do I need 16 guitars? I don't. I use one of them, maybe 2 of them. Two I would never part with, my Telecaster and my Howard Roberts. The rest of them, maybe like give it to some student, some kid who wants one, or we were talking about how do you go about it? Do you go on Facebook Marketplace, or I just want to just grab a bag and start throwing crap in it and just putting it out for the trash and just not thinking about what's in there. Because will I miss it? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's just stuff. I mean, there's some stuff, gifts, things that are personal that mean a lot to you, but I mean, I look on my desk right now. Thank God you can't see it. It's like I got 800 pens, and they're not Carolyn Martin pens or, like Kevin Landon pens. These are just shitty pens. Like I've got 800 pens. I got 50,000 screwdrivers. I have like 6 flashlights on my desk. What am I doing with all this crap? Why do I have so much stuff? How did we get so much stuff? And why? I don't feel like I buy anything. I love to go to the supermarket, and I love to go every day. I don't stock up. My shelves aren't filled with things like there's going to be a nuclear war. So if there was a nuclear war, I'd be dead. Except I have a neighbor, and if we weren't all wiped out, she always says, I've got enough rice and water to last us for a while. So I'm like, okay, great, because I'm not doing that. That's the only thing I like to do and shop for. As I love to go and buy stuff that I'm going to make for the evening. I'm like an old Italian lady. I like to go to the shop in negozio and compra le vegetali, blah, 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 blah. That's all I want to do. It's weird. I just have so much junk. I step over stuff. I've got so much clutter. Stuff we don't need. I don't need. No one needs. It's tough. I am so jealous. And jealousy is a very bad thing. And I don't have romantic jealousy. I have jealousy of people who are far more fastidious than I, people that are able to keep an immaculate home, like a museum or a gallery where everything's Spartan. I would love to have that. And if I do get the chance to do this thing that we're trying to do, it's going to be a totally Spartan lifestyle. Maybe I'll get a storage bin to throw some junk in, but I can make my studio set up and a bunch of guitars and a piano. I'm done. And some fragrances and some watches. I'm good. I don't need any more than that. Sunday Mass is here again, says Martin Bronson. Please upvote if you can. You get a really great picture. Can you believe how beautiful that thing is? It's just so beautiful. I should give it a shiny shine, right? I think the sapphire. Now that I actually own this thing, and like I'm just gonna. I've been calling it sapphire since I did the review of it, right? And I don't know why it's not catching on. Sapphire. It's such a great word. Hey, Dino's here. Oh, Dino, Full House. That's right. You like to play cards, Dino? I bet you do. I bet you're probably a really good card player. I bet that's probably true. Dino says, Ray, you must have sinned. Don't watch Jaws: The Revenge. It's the biggest sin. Do you know I've never ever seen Jaws 2? I've never seen it. I've only ever seen Jaws. I mean, Robert Shaw, Spielberg. I mean, come on. Unbelievable. So I want to talk about a movie I watched in 2 parts. I think I mentioned it briefly the other day. Jay Kelly. It's on Netflix. It's George Clooney and Adam Sandler and everyone else. Cast of million cameos. There's so many, not big stars, but lots of people are in it. It sucked. It just was. It was trying to be heartfelt. It was trying to be poignant. It was trying to be funny. And don't get me wrong, there are some funny things in it. And most of the funny stuff is not Adam Sandler. He's very serious in the movie, and he does a very good job. Clooney, I love George Clooney. I've always loved him. I love his movies. There's very few films he's ever made that I don't like. I think I like them all. I liked Leatherheads. It's so self-indulgent, and it's not about him, but man, do they pander to what he kind of is. The last movie star, the modern Cary Grant. He's 65 or 7 or whatever the hell he is now. It's about the world's biggest movie star, and he's kind of a dick. He kind of like stole another person's career, and he's a really bad dad, and he's a really selfish person. But everybody loves him. Now we all know that that's not George Clooney because people do love him, and he is a good guy, and was married very young to Talia Balsam and got divorced very young, didn't have children. Now, of course, he's got his beautiful bride and beautiful twins. You know, he's an older man now. He's settled in his life. But so they're trying hard to not make it a movie about George Clooney, but it's about a George Clooney. And then at the end, there's a tribute. And they keep using this word tribute. And, you know, if they said to you, hey, there's gonna be a tribute to you, wouldn't you want to crawl and hide somewhere other than have a tribute? Could you imagine standing in front of a podium while people blow smoke up your ass? I know there's a lot of the Trumps and the Gene Simmons of the world that love that. But I can't imagine anybody really why they would enjoy that. It's just embarrassing. Compliments are embarrassing. Things like that are embarrassing. And I think that's a very natural reaction, you know, because humans in general are mostly humble. But then there's some of us who just aren't. And those are the hucksters and the tricksters and the guys that try to, you know, pull off a bunch of shit on you because they just don't give a shit about anything. So this movie at the end, he sits at this tribute and he's fucked up his whole relationship with his kids. They don't like him. And his manager who did everything for him, he doesn't really care. There was a line in the movie that I felt bad for Adam Sandler, because Adam Sandler is his manager and he loves him and he's been there for everything. And the guy from the morning show, and it's the only person from the morning show who ever won an Emmy. I always forget his name. He's in it. He plays his old friend, and it turns out that the George Clooney character, Jay Kelly, kind of railroaded his career by going to an audition with him and getting the part. And he's in the movie, and he's terrific in it. And they get to an altercation. Anyway, this guy, so Adam Sandler's character has done everything for this guy. And then they're having a fight. They're in Italy because it's George Clooney movie. And where he's going to have this tribute. And he goes, aren't we friends? And then George Clooney looks at him. He goes, friends don't take 15% of my whole career. Wow. Wow, that's shitty. That is really shitty, because I don't know if anyone's ever been in a position to have a manager. I've had a couple, and they used to be 10%, but now it's 15%. And if you're somebody like Jay Kelly or George Clooney or Adam Sandler or any of these people, you know, that's a great living, but your job is not just to manage their career. It's a lot of babysitting and a lot of spin control, working with publicists. And it's a very, very difficult. There's a very high rate of burnout amongst music managers and acting talent managers, because it's such a high octane job, especially if you have high profile people. And it was just the meanest thing. And then at the end of the movie, I'm not going to give it away. You can watch it if you want it, because there's some good things, and you know, it's all fun. Adam Sandler's character does not react in the end the way I thought he should have. I thought he should have had a little bit more dignity than that. But everybody's talking about how great this movie is, and it's a screenplay by Emily Mortimer, whom I like very much as an actress, and Noah Baumbach. And it was schleppy, schmaltzy, and not very good comic timing. Anybody watch it? I mean, does anybody? I read rave reviews and I was like, this is not a great movie. Anyway, I just felt like, why did I just wait? It took me 2 nights. The first time I was like, I had court the next day, so I had to go to sleep, but which I didn't do anyway. And then we finally finished it, and I was like, I don't feel like I even needed to finish it. It was terrible. Hey, Matthew Paul, I like that. I like your new handle at Matthew Paul. Good day, Bashes. Good day, Bashes. Great to have you live on the show. How are you? I know I'm going off and talking. Nick Brooker, well done, Dave. Hi, everyone. Upvoted. We'll catch the show on the replay tonight. Have a wonderful show. Nick Brooker, we miss you. We miss you live on the show. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Auntie M, the Ancient One. Good day, Father Dirk. Wishing you and yours only good things. So now I put the banner up on there and I just start talking, and it'll just keep on going until it just disappears. Isn't that great? I love this new edition that they finally came up with on this thing, because they don't do very much. Hey, Mimi RW, popping in to say good menu. Good menu. Are you having a good menu? So I've had the luxury, and I say this with absolute and sheer utter honesty, and I mentioned this on the show, that through this show, I met a basher that writes music for entertainment. And they asked if I wanted to get on board in any way. And I was like, sounds interesting, because I like collaboration. Anyway, I'm having the best time. It is really, between that and the Italian thing, it's giving me so much joy to be in a creative environment with somebody and working and throwing ideas back and forth and being open to changes, because when you work alone, who's judging what you're doing, which is kind of shitty. That's why being in a band is so great. That's why McCartney and Lennon were so unbelievable. Great partnerships. I'm having the best time ever. So I was up at 2:30 in the morning and my phone rang. So it was me. So I picked it up, and it was her FaceTiming me with my very old friend, Robin. Robin, mwah, how wonderful to talk to you. Now, I'll tell you a little bit about Robin. Robin is a sensation. She's one of the coolest chicks I've ever met in my life. And when I was very young and aspiring musician, we became very friendly through Meme, and she took me to, I went to premieres galore. We went to Married to the Mob and Beetlejuice, and we went to Rent-A-Cop with Liza Minnelli and Burt Reynolds, and they were both there. Crazy. I didn't meet either of them. But I could have, but I'm funny like that. I'm like, she was like, let's go meet Liza. I'm like, no. And I thanked her on my first record, believe it or not. So Robin used to, she was a heavy duty publicist, and she had this great review paper called Milling About, where she'd review movies and Broadway shows, and she's such a sensational guy. So she knows about the show now, so I'm going to give her a special shout out and say, so great to connect with you. I just got your text message before the show, and I'll send you whatever details we need. But Robin, amazing. Great to see you last night. Thanks. And thanks, Meme, for doing that. It was really, really cool. Drooby Doo, where are you? He voted for Happy Sunday. Hey, Drooby Doo. Did you send us a picture of one of your beautiful kitty cats for today, or your beautiful puppy pup? We'll take either. We have a very big Gallery of Bastards today, so I am going to get in there early. So it's 3:33. I'll probably hit it by 3:45. So I got to get around. And speaking of great Robins, it's the incomparable Robin's Bird. Happy Sunday. Oh, happy Sunday to you, and big Sunday hearts to you, the beautiful ladies of the Bash. Oh, look at this. Ooh, man. Ooh, we are just bowling for dollars right now. Holy crap, Jocelyn Bittenbender. You gonna blow smoke on my ass? You are a generous, kind-hearted person, Dirk, and you see the best in everyone. Not everyone. It's hard to reconcile that there are some people among us with no redeeming qualities. Jocelyn, big hearts to you. Let's give beautiful red hearts to who deserve them the most. The ladies of the Bash. Love it. Sometimes, people have referred to me as naive, and I'm not doubting that. It's not untrue. It's not true either, but I do really always give people the benefit of the doubt. You ever go to a thing where you meet somebody and, oh, I can't wait you to meet, Carl. And you're like, oh, hey, Carl. And then Carl will say something that's really off, and you'll be like, and then it'll just sit with you for a while, and then you'll watch them kind of cement that idea or not, and then you're just like, oh god, I really didn't want to meet Carl, or no Carl. Oh, didn't you just love? I'm like, I do have that spidey sense, but I do give people enough time to hang themselves, like at the end of the show, like I always say. I definitely do. And I don't know if that's being generous and kind-hearted. I think it's just that I think sometimes you just meet people in a circumstance where they're just not having a good day or not, it's not going well for them. And, you want to at least give people the chance to get to meet them on their best day. And I think that that's fair. I think it is. You wouldn't know because you're just wonderfulness incarnate. Look at this. I'm getting murdered by the lady. Look at this. It's just a nonstop, incredible. I'm so thrilled. Look at this. Louise, the beautiful Louise Fergal's life partner. Good evening, Dirk. Good evening to you, beautiful Louise. And you know what? I'm just so grateful that we have so many great ladies in the bash. I'm very proud of that. Very proud that all these watch dudes and music channels, they don't have any chicks, man. And we're nothing without you. And there's Fergal. Hey, Dirk and the Bashes. Hey, Fergal. Great to have you on the show. My best mate passed on being the drummer for Direction in Groove. He stayed loyal to his own band, and then his singer destroyed himself on drugs. If wishes were horses, beggars would ride. Yeah, I know. I don't know what Direction in Groove is. Is that something that became popular? I never heard of them. Or are you talking about New Direction? Is that One Direction? I don't even know. Is that the most old man thing I ever said? New Direction. Is that the one with Harry Styles in it? I'm not quite sure. One Direction. I got it now. Yeah, I mean, it happens. I was never in a band that like had an issue, because I've only really ever been in one band, like really seriously. And I was there because I wanted to be there. That was it. Hey JHB, I just got your text message, and it's possible, very possible. It all depends on thing tomorrow. I'm gonna write you back. I just saw it. Thank you so much. Hey Dirk et al. Hope all is doing well. JHB, the comparable JHB. Yeah. Hey, look who it is. Le Carré. If you love churches, you might want to visit Noto in Sicilia. I absolutely do. One of the things that I want to do most there when I get to be there is grab the gimbal and go, and I want to go hit all the great churches. Listen, there's a church on every street. But yes, I've heard all about that, and I would love to go. I've never been to Sicily. I've never been south of Rome. Technically, I've never been south of Rome. Technically, I haven't, which is crazy. And I've been to Italy 800,672 times. And I really want to drooby doo. I'm having some beautiful coffee from you, by the way. Yummers. Fergal says, apologies again for being missing of late. Life is really busy. I understand. Listen, man, this is iBashers. You come, you come back to the flock anytime you want. Everybody misses you. Life is really busy currently. Lou is poorly with the flu. Oh no, Louise. Touch of it myself. My brother has gotten a radioactive iodine RAI therapy for his thyroid. Oh crap. I'm so sorry to hear that. I don't know about the radioactive iodine therapy. I happen to know a couple of people who were on Synthroid, and it has worked dramatically well for them. I'm assuming that the Synthroid is a steroid. I'm assuming that's what it is. I have actually people in my family who have that condition. So if I did, I'd be thinner. But I'm sorry to hear about that. And anyway, you don't need to apologize to us. Come on, Ferg. You're one of the big ones, man. Bud Einstein wore the same clothes every day. True. It's really, really crazy, amazing. Here's a great piece of trivia. And I only found this out by watching Curb Your Enthusiasm because Bob Einstein was his best friend on the show, Frank and whatever his name was. He's a big, ugly guy. He's deceased, but he was a big, ugly guy, and he knew it, and he joked about it. Anyway, his brother was Albert Brooks. And I did not know. They said, wow, they don't look, because I think Albert Brooks was a very handsome guy. He's got a beautiful face, and he's so smart. Albert Brooks' real name is Albert Einstein. What were his parents thinking? It's not as bad as naming your son Adolf if your last name is Hitler. If your last name is Hitler, you should change it. But yeah, Albert Brooks, who's a genius. You ever see? I mean, so many great movies. But I mean, I was going to name one of them. There's a million. Defending Your Life. It's one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. It's amazing. Yeah. Eric B. Hey, Eric Bell. Evening to you, buddy boy. And there's the blinky room. I think he meant a single mass hoard during life is more valuable than many goods left as an inheritance. A single mass hoard. I was thinking about Sunday Mass to be inspired. That's what I was thinking. Mr. Lewis. Dirk, we come with nothing and we leave with nothing. It's all temporary. Absolutely. And I know you like good stuff. One of the most sartorial, elegant creatures of the planet and can educate the crap out of you from socks to a cravat. This is a guy with style and flair, but you know what? Even he knows that it's all a load of shit. Listen, we did watch Fashion Police for the longest time. It was fun to be catty and talk about ridiculous choices and extravagant luxury. It's fun. That stuff should be fun. And we should also be able to make fun of it because it's all so stupid. Because we come with nothing and we leave with nothing. And nothing could be closer to the truth. Indeed. Better days are coming, Fergal. Indeed. Indeed. Dirk the Hoarder, don't forget your bag of long hair under the bed. Dirk, my son, unload the burden. Do you know that I have the bag of I have it. It's not that's another thing that's not untrue. Both times. So I had very, very long hair up until 1997, like waist length hair. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Yeah, because I'm a rock singer. Like you need that. Like I'm Samson. And then I grew it back for the pandemic. And you know what? I grew it longer than before. And I have both of those are under the sink, not under the bed, under the bathroom sink, tied up in a bag. I don't know why. You know what I'm going to do, Dean? Everybody's like, why don't you sell it? You can sell human hair. You cannot sell color treated. I have been nearly gray since I am 16 years old. I was not watching Jay Kelly last night. I noticed that George Clooney's got very gray eyebrows. That I don't have yet. But like I've told everybody a million times, this is mostly black. This is all gray. And this is like insanely gray. You can see my roots. I've been doing it forever. Should I go and do the gray silver thing? Yeah, probably will. Probably will. But I do have the hair. You know what I'm going to do? Dino? I'm going to throw it out today. Why do I have that? Why do a memento? I've got photographs. I don't need that. Why did I save that? It's almost creepy, like something a serial killer would do. Isn't that freaky and gross? Gone, promise. Mike Lewis, 2456. We come from nothing, never existed, and shall never exist again. Listen, we are Horton Hears a Who. We are here. We're in this. I watched when I was going to bed last night. I told you I have my iPad on the headboard, and I just if I'm not reading a book, and I'm kind of in between books right now, I just watch space stuff on YouTube, all the space channels, and they were talking about how the Andromeda Galaxy and the Milky Way are going to collide in 4 billion years, and that's fine. We're going to miss that one. But it just goes to show you that all the trillions of worlds that are in here and all the twice the amount of worlds, because it's twice as big as the Milky Way, we are nothing. We should be so grateful that you can put a scoop of ice cream in your mouth, or like go to Italy and have an espresso after you get off the first thing I did when we got off the plane was I went straight to the Ely Cafe. And I just went, oh man, that we were given this gift to taste and to see and to hear and to feel. It's an incredible thing. We don't know that other species of the universe get to hear and speak and feel and taste. We don't know that that's real, that this is our reality, which is, crazy. We just don't know. Hello, beautiful. I've got all the ladies of the bash today, and I feel fine, Dirk. You can't be fabulous at everything. You can't be. I can't sew. I'm a very spotty bowler. Sometimes I bowl like 200, and sometimes I bowl 35. You just can't be like, this is what I say about music, because I've been recording forever. And I was one of the first people I knew that started recording at home digitally. One thing I don't do is mix records. And like there's this drug like watches or fragrances or cars or whatever it is, people guitars you like to collect. There are all these tools that they're called plugins, and everybody who mixes has millions of them. And I got rid of all of mine because I said, why would I do that when I know I'm not good at it? And I know lots of people who are good at it. So I eschewed all that stuff. Have my system is a lot cleaner. And it's like if it's time to mix a song, mixing, if you don't know, means like getting the vocals and everything to sound great, adding some reverb or some equalization. It's like the final step before it sounds perfect. I suck at it. I suck at it. And it's not like I turn the vocals up loud. I generally don't even do that. I generally keep them lower. I don't have that. I never had that issue. I do listen for everything. I've got the good ears for a mix, but I'm very bad at the twisting of the knobs, and it sucks. And I don't like it anyway. Blinky, it all depends on what you believe and what your faith is. That's true too. I mean, listen, faith is everything. That's why we're here. Hope, faith, and hope are the exact same thing. I went and I talked to the big guy today. I do. I have little private conversations, man. Listen, I told you I'm a buffet Catholic. I take what I want from it. And you know what? I like what I take from it. And I don't care. I'm not in a cult. Well, maybe it's a cult. Maybe it started out as one. Maybe it is one. I don't care. But I take what I consider to be the rational aspects of it, because there's no way all of this shit just appeared by itself. There just isn't. And if it's not God per se, it is a godlike thing, some God computer or some, it's something. And I like this. I like this little structure that I was given. I don't appreciate when people quote the Bible. I don't really actually want to know those people that start reciting the Bible verses, because I think that that's a load of fucking hogwash. These are all stories that have been bastardized over time. However, they do tell you how to be a decent person. A lot of them do, but a lot of them are also restrictive and sexist and racist. It's terrible things that go on. The Bible is great and it's bad, but you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. Roy Scheider and a ride too, right? Roy Scheider, incredible. Absolutely. Why didn't I say Roy Scheider? I'm an idiot. Dean, there's only one Jaws film, that's for sure. The Blinky Room says, but then again, what actually happens depends on what you believe. It depends on what actually happens, doesn't it? Hey, but you know what? Believing is believing. And that's faith. Like I always give people the benefit of the doubt. And then I'm like, fuck. Wow, she actually turned out to be a total. Crazy. Hey, Mike, have you not been on Tim's stream? People asking you to come back. What's going on? Fill me in, peace. Please. I don't know any of that stuff. Clooney in the ER series. They show at the end of the movie, they show all the Clooney clips. They show Michael Clayton and ER and the movie he made with Michelle Phillips. I don't remember. Michelle Phillips? No. Michelle Pfeiffer. I don't remember what that was called. Something Day. I forget. They show every movie he was ever in. And it's like, it was a creepy movie. I didn't like it. It wasn't well written at all. And it was very kitschily acted. It was kitschy. Dean, I appreciate your concern. Melly C says, my friend is currently going through a breakup. Dividing up assets has been a nightmare, as many lies have been told by him. She just asked him, why do you lie? He repeated, I don't lie. I just tell white lies. Oh, well, I mean, at least you now know he's not a sociopath, because they're not capable of, that's what I'm dealing with. But if a true sociopath will never, ever admit one iota of fault, that's just, he's a weak person and he shouldn't be doing that. Adam Sandler is amazing with Don Cheadle in Rain Over Me. I haven't seen that. An amazing film, very unexpected. I've not seen it. And I love Don Cheadle. I love him. Blinky, yes, what happens in your life indeed. And there's Tracy Ferris, Ladies of the Bash. It was like fake acting, yeah, and Jay Kelly. It was just, George Clooney was too smiley and giggly, and really, Jay Kelly is an asshole. Bad dad, bad friend. so used to the trappings, totally forgot where he came from. And Corey from the morning show, what's his name? Uh, shit. What is that guy's name? He was in the. Can't remember anything anymore. He was in that movie with the rock band with Kate Hudson. I didn't like that movie either. It was corny. I think rock and roll movies are always corny when they're done by Hollywood. If you want to watch an amazing film, Kevin Hart in The Upside. I hate Kevin Hart. Very moving and brilliantly funny. Really? He's hard to watch, man. He's just so abrasive. I don't know what it is about that guy. He's just. Can he act? I've seen him and stuff, but he always plays Kevin Hart. Yeah, that's probably true. Like all the guys that are abrasive like that, they're brilliant actors. Like, I don't particularly care for Robin Williams' comedy. Some of it is brilliant, of course. However, his dramatic acting, I think, was one of the most gifted, beautiful, wonderful. You ever see Moscow on the Hudson? Wow. It's just so great. There's just so many amazing films that guy was in. 1 Hour Photo being I couldn't believe he didn't win an Academy Award for that. And forget about Good Morning Vietnam and, of course, Good Will Hunting, which he did win the Academy Award for. I'll take that back about Kevin Hart. I'll watch it. The Upside. I heard about that. I didn't know Kevin Hart was in it, but it's not my first choice. I don't think he's funny at all. He tries too hard to be funny, and that's why he is not funny. There you go. Me too. That's another reason. And he's also very crude, which is a very cheap way to get laughs, I mean, yeah, what was I watching? Pennies from Heaven, Steve Martin. It's all dubbed musicals, and it's just so beautifully done. And that guy just makes me laugh, and he was never filthy. He was never filthy. And I'll give it to Ellen DeGeneres, too. She was really, really funny. I know everybody hates her now because she's mean. She was a boss. She had very clean comedy. I don't mind dirty jokes or crass language, obviously, but it's really hard to be funny and not. It's really these days, especially. Where is Andrew Washington's here? I don't know. Queen's Gal. Hey, Queen's Gal. Hello, bro. That's my sister, my big sister. It was her birthday the other day. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear my sister Pat. Happy birthday to you and her son, Michael, my nephew. Two wonderful people sharing the same birthday. Isn't that crazy? She had a baby on her birthday. What a gift. What a gift. And special, let's spend my nephew's wife has been under the weather. She shall remain nameless. I'm not dragging everybody into the YouTube world, but I will just say, let's just everybody, if you could give us a little bit of mojo, because she had a little bit of a health scare, and she's an incredible person, incredible children, perfect mom and wife, and all that stuff. Like seriously perfect, and a really good person. I'm like, it's like when you watch the St. Jude commercials and you see like kids with cancer, you're like, okay, I guess there is no God. I guess that's not true, because if there was a God, why in the world would a child get leukemia? But it happens because we're just organisms. Where is Andrew Washington here? I don't know, but you could ask him. He's not. I don't know where Andrew is today. I feel kind of lonely. Andrew. Okay. You guys are talking amongst yourselves. The second, where is Andrew W? Yeah. I don't know where he is. I'm gonna have to email him. DIG Directions in Groove. They have their own Wikipedia page. I never heard of them. What kind of music is that? I don't know. But then again, I'm an old fart. What do I know? I mean, do they play with the Guess Who or the Creedence Clearwater Revival? Or are they playing with the Emerson, Lake and Palmer group? Okay, Andy Bamboo, I agree with you either way, but hell no, I will not be watching the movie. I guess he's got a lot of distractors. I'm one of them. Steve Jobs wore the same stuff every day, and he smelled bad. Everybody I know who knew him, I did meet him twice. He did not smell bad, but I met him twice. And he was okay. Didn't seem weird at all, but he was, Don't forget the appendix in the spare room on the table. Absolutely no use now. Listen, the other day I felt a little bit nauseous, and I was like, oh God, felt like that precursor. It was fine. It was probably something I ate, but they leave a little nub on there. And then I found out that when they do the laser laparoscopic thing, that they get rid of that too. So obviously, I'm fine. Hey, handsome Joe, handsome Joe. Very late. Sorry, I'll rewind later. Hey, Jojo. Jojo was a man who showed up at the end of the Bashers show. I have to do the Gallery Bashers. I got plenty of time here, kiddo. Don't even worry about it. Dino, no problem. Forget the pay. Was driving and listening. Watched Jay Kelly. Unfortunately, by today's standards of Netflix, Apple, etc., I thought it was okay, but not compared to the. It just, hey, James Fasher, thank you, $4.99. It just, I couldn't tell what it wanted to be. Did it want to be poignant? It was not. Did it want to be funny? It was sometimes, but it was so rote. You have seen these tropes, cliches all so many times. And I did not like that they should have done this movie without George Clooney. Because George Clooney is too good of a man and too good of an actor and a human to have done that role. Because it would have been fine if he was playing a completely fictitious character, but it wasn't. It really, because it was his star trajectory. It was not cool. I didn't dig it. $4.99. Thank you, James, very, very much. This is Silver Fox. I've had gray hair a couple of times, but I should probably do it. Embrace the gray hair. It's the best thing ever. Better for your health and in the environment. Hair dye is bad for the environment and less poisons on your body. I know. Yeah, I don't really give a shit about myself, though. That's the problem. Billy Crudup. That's it. I can never remember that guy's name. I don't like his face. He's a terrific actor, though. Because I know somebody who knew somebody. No, actually, I know somebody who knew him very well, grew up with him, and said he's a tool. The Upside could have been a great movie without Anthony Hopkins and Will Smith. Did they ever make a movie together? Oh, now I get it. I'm sorry, Jojo. The Upside is a true story. Isn't the Upside that movie where the guy gives him a shitload of money because he does some art or something? I think I saw the trailer for that. Loved his portrayal of a fictional rock star and Almost Famous. See, I hate that movie though. It's corny to me. Rock movies are corny to me. But in real life, he's a piece of shit. Left his girlfriend 8 months pregnant to run over with Claire Danes. Really? With Claire Danes? Wow. You're welcome. I love it. Absolutely. Dirk, an excellent movie in Robin Williams. Awakenings is a masterpiece. And how about that? Robert De Niro plays the guy that comes out of the coma, and he's Robin Williams. Robin Williams' character is like this. Is the super serious one. It's amazing. That's a great movie. Penny Marshall directed. Fantastic. Wishing her well. Thank you so much. James Vacheron on the handle versus name changes by YouTube. Tim Wright was discussing, and they heard is because handles cannot be duplicated, but names can be faked. Well, isn't that great information? Yes. That's what I got a message on my YouTube studio thing, and they explained it to me. That's how I found out about youtube.com/handle, not handles, but handle. And I think I made a banner of it, didn't I? I thought I did. Oh, I didn't. That's where you go to change the handle. That's very cool, and I'm glad for that because too many people are having their identity stolen. Some cowbell. Yes, thanks so much. James. FYI, James Vacheron is James M. Okay. There you have it. Now I know. I was like, oh, this is a cool guy named James Vacheron. An even cooler guy now that I know that it's James M. Anyway, guys, Gallery of Bastards time.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
Start out with the blinky room. In the blinky room. Universal chef d'oeuvre. He's got some serious pieces, man. I gotta say, Blink, you got some great taste, my friend. Look at that. Universal Genève. I love all your choices. I love it. And man, your wrist looks exactly like mine. It's insane. Look at that. It looks like I would swear if somebody said that was a picture of my wrist, I would say so. It's even got the same crease in the exact same spot. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. That's nuts. I love you. Who bought Universal Geneva? Breitling, right? I believe that's what happened. I think Breitling was Breitling, right? Breitling owns Universal Geneva. I believe so. I believe so. I believe it's true. Portraits of my wingman. This is from my friend Steve, known to you guys as the Hardcore Shutterbug, and this is Daryl. Daryl was Laverne's boyfriend. They never met, but we used to joke about it the same way we joke about Mart and Mart's Bronson and Q-Tip. Look at you. Look at this beautiful, handsome boy. Come on, look at that. And Steve's a great photographer, by the way. Look at that. Look at this guy. He's so pretty. Hi, Daryl. Oh, he's a cutie pie, huh? This giant. He had ears just like Laverne, exactly like that. Drooby Doo's got a video cat incoming. Yay! I love you, Daryl. I've never met Daryl. I only know Daryl through photography. And they don't live far away. They're like right down the road. Andrew, the Christmas tree ornaments are in the tote. Does anybody watch I don't even know the name of this guy's channel, but it's Gary and Kurt are his cats, his orange tabby and his new kitten, and they got a cat Christmas tree, and it was fantastic. Your Christmas tree is beautiful, Andrew. Oh, hello, honey. What are you doing there sitting on the crate? No matter what you do, that's where they're going to find. Get them the most comfortable thing in the world, and they don't care. They want to sit on your dirty laundry because that is what they do. Part 1 of Eminem Madness. Malcolm into madness. Malcolm into madness. Yeah. Oh. If that's not a Carolyn Martin, look at her in the background. Amazing. Amazing. Marsupial. But she's funny. She loves that farm. Oh, now did you? It's all glass in, huh? Look at that. Was it always glassed in? Or was it a screen before? Oh, look at him. But he's getting the same thing, but he's got a much more comfy chair than she does. She just wants to be closer to the fire. I could touch the fire. Does anybody know whose song that is? It was a band I really loved in the 80s and the 90s. Oh, you cutie pies. What's he doing there? Do your cats like catnip, or you do not give it to them? It is a screen. Okay, look like us. Oh, what a handsome shot of the Mork. Hello, Morky Mork. Oh, hello, baby. Great shots of Mork, huh? He's really posing for you very well today. What does that say on the glass? Hey, mister. That's part 1 of Eminem Madness. Let me get to the next part. Hold on one moment, please, for an operator that can assist you. Okay. This is thank you, Melly, C and Andy M, for the treat today. I didn't have a sermon today. I just want to say, sometimes people are dicks. That's it. Look how cute and cuddly he is. Uh-oh. Look at his big rabbit feet. Like spring-loaded. He's a sweetheart. Oh, God. Mork for president. Carolyn Martin says, my true love. And then there's the beautiful one. She's like, this Mork thing, it will fade. People will come back to my town. Oh, look at this guy. Oh my God. Not only is he a cutie pie, but he has so much personality. Okay, you guys are weird. I love this picture. He's so pretty there. Okay, I'm gonna get past the paw things because it's just too weird for me. Oh, look at that. Oh, see, she's a Divil. She's just a little divil, isn't she? Oh, Mindy, so cute. And then we got part 3. Thank you for this. Fun stuff today. Oh, more having a snoozy on a Sunday, lazing on a Sunday afternoon, bicycling to work on every evening. Thursday I go waltzing to the zoo. I come from London town, I'm just an ordinary guy. Fridays I go painting in the Louvre. I'm bound to be proposing on a Saturday night. There he goes again. Lazing on a Sunday afternoon. Doom, doom. He's stretching. He's doing the big stretchy stretch. And then the big yawn out of the lady. Because, I always, when Laverne used to yawn, I would be like, did you even look for a job today? Did you even look for a job? Wait till your unemployment runs out there, mister. Yeah, these guys are so spoiled. They're so spoiled. Look at them. It's amazing stuff. Oh, great. Ladies and gentlemen, incomparable Eminem madness, Morgan Mindy madness. Morgan Mindy madness, Morgan Mindy madness. How's that going? Yeah, 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 yeah. That's super duper cute. Yeah. Thank you guys. What a treat. Always. Thank you so much. Morgan Mindy madness, everybody. Yeah. Mr. Brooker, Sunday Gallery, Tilly and Tudor. It's Tilly. Oh, look at you guys. The best safety. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the Tilly. Oh, what a lady. And she loves her daddy. Nice. The pelagos. You have to put on your pelagos right away. I think the next James Bond watch is going to be Tudor. The pelagos. And a video. Uh-oh, how fun. One moment, please, while I grab it. Let's see what it is. Nice. I gotta get rid of that. I wish it would just integrate, but it just doesn't do that. Why would it? Okay. Wrist roll, please. Oh, yeah, that's nice. A nice loom shot. Can't see it on the show. My room's too brightly lit. That looks great. You got a big wrist on you too, killer. Unbelievable. Thank you, Mr. Brooker. Mr. Brooker. Amazing. Oh, more Tilly on a trampoline. Get at it. Oh, you have one of those little ones, huh? Those are fun. Those are great ones. Yeah, but she doesn't bounce on it though. She probably just likes the hammock effect of it, right? Dogs love hammock. Look at Tilly, so pretty. Amazing. Oh, a lady on a trampoline. Thank you, Mr. Brooker. Incredible. Becky Brown, Gallery Tien Provincial. I know all about this because I got an email with stuff in it this morning, and this was one of them. I was like, that looks like ratatouille to me, but it's not. It's potatoes. It's potatoes. How do you sound like Liam Neeson? You just say bananas. Wow, that looks. When I saw the movie Ratatouille, I actually got the tomatoes and the eggplant and the zucchini, yellow and green zucchinis, and I did the whole thing and I stacked them just like in the movie. But this looks like some kind of incredible rose. It's like a rosette, and that looks delectable. Becky Brown, got a lovely daughter. Got a lovely, what do you call that? A Tien Provincial. Provincial. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Julian Renaissance with his art for the Sunday masses. to be inspired. Here we are in a room. Is that a knocker, or is it some kind of mirror of the soul? One can never know. I remember myself spending some time in Cuba with Mr. Hemingway. He suggested marlin fishing. I prefer to stay home with a brandy. Wow, that's great, Julian. Wow. Have you ever, Julian, have you ever popped over to where Air Lyndhurst is? I was in there once, and it is an old church that was it was deconsecrated, and it was George Martin's Air Studios. And it's a beautiful, beautiful place. Reminds me of that. Oh, look at this. There's some stuff on the walls. Look at that. Oh, crap. Look at that. Wow, that's really cool, Julian. Look, it's a pelican. Is it a pelican? Yeah, it's a pelican. No, it's not really a pelican. Yeah, maybe it is. Very beautiful. That's some, I don't like graffiti, but that's not bad. Hey, this is cool. Look at this. This looks like, once again, a Hypnosis designed album cover. You know, like Wish You Were Here or one of those things. Now, if one of those guys was on fire, then it would be exactly it. That's pretty great. That's some muse somewhere. Ah, down at Canary Wharf. Great is that. Which I heard got very, very super duper fancy. Is that true? Because I remember it being an absolute shithole down there. Now it's fancy. It's like Long Island City. Whatever. Whatever. Oh, this is beautiful. Whose tomb might this be? Wow, that's very beautiful, Julian. It looks like everything's made out of ice. Oh, well, oh, look at you down at the Thames. The Thames won't cast my reflection. The mysterious Julian. Gorgeous work. Gorgeous, Julian. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable artist in residence known as Sir Renaissance or Julian. For those of us who know him personally, you could go on the Dick Cavett show and have an interview. If you so desire, maybe meet Anne Margaret or maybe Francois Truffaut. Mr. Pena, Sunday Mass Gallery from ooh, nice. Nice. I don't know what this is, but you're going to tell me. Air Studio Montserrat. That one got killed by a volcano. So George had two studios, Air Lyndhurst, which was the one in London, and Air Montserrat. Everybody did their records. Hugh Padgham, the guy who did like the Genesis and the Police records, he did most of those Police records. The ones that he did, I think it was the last two or three, I believe. And it got completely covered by lava. Wow, look at this thing. What is that a logo of? I know I'm supposed to know what that is. But it's very cool looking. I mean, obviously it looks like just like a date just on a Jubilee. On a Jubilee shot. Jubilee, very nice. What is that? This is very true. I believe Crudup left a very pregnant Mary Louise Parker for Claire Danes' big scan. Claire Danes again. Claire Danes again. Or, oh, wait a second. Were you talking? I thought Kevin Hart left his girlfriend for Claire Danes. Because I was like, okay. It's like, Claire Danes, you tart. That's terrible. Now I get it. Okay. Mary Louise, just so she has Billy Crudup's kid, huh? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Never really liked it. Mr. Bell. Oh, this is cool. Following in the steps of Sir Julian. Wow. Wow. Look at that thing. That is brutalism at its finest. I mean, you want to look up brutalism in the paper, that's what it looks like. Wow. I am a fan of some brutalist things, not a lot of it, but uh, every time we're in Italy and whenever we see any of the fascista architettura de fascista, Paul and I love it. I love all that. I'm I'm not going to say the word here because I don't think you can say it on YouTube anyway. I like all that European World War II architecture, the post Bauhaus stuff. I love it all, especially the fonts. And it's some cool. There's a lot of bas reliefs, and you see a lot of it in Russia. The communist era block. I love that architecture. I think it's super duper cool. Sunken treasures, Mr. Blinky Blinky Blink Blinky Blinky room in the Blinky 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 room. Look at this serious, severe Breitling action. Breitling, a brand that doesn't get enough love. I don't own a Breitling, but I've always thought that they were great. And me and Easy E, or Easy E and I, if you want to speak correctly, have been saying that we were going to go to the Breitling store and do a whole show. Easy, what do you think? Let's make it happen. I love this one. This is fantastic. It's great. Looks great on your wrist, so I know it looks good on mine. Hello. You're a 7.25, and so am I. Mr. McDermott, some watches. Why is this not coming straight up? Let's hit Fergal's. Fergal's giving us a clue. Meet you at the blinky, 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 blinky room. I'll meet you at the blinky room. Okay, Drew. It's great. Some speedy action, baby. Oh, this DeVille. Killing me. Look how great it looks with that sweater. Going for a lovely Sunday drive with that watch. That's a gentleman's watch, isn't it? There's nothing like, listen, it used to be, for me, it used to be like Calatrava. No way, man. It's like one of the mid 60s, late 50s, early 60s, preferably 60 to 66, 67 of any of the Seamaster references, like the calendar, the DeVille. They're all great. Fantastic stuff. Part two, more watches from Fergal McDermott. Fergal. Some Chris Ward action now. Look at the complication on that thing. Yes, it does move. Christopher Ward's incredible. I haven't been to the store. Forgive me. My life's been kind of not a bowl of cherries, so I haven't had a chance to do anything for fun. But I'm gonna do it hopefully this week. I have one very crucial thing to deal with in the mid morning. Hopefully, I'll be free after that. Would love to. Be very cool. Beautiful dial on that Christopher Ward. Of course, the PO, the Planet Ocean, a favorite watch of everybody I know. My father-in-law has one, and he loves his. I believe it's his daily driver, and of course, the incomparable Mark II, of course, beautifully restored. And I must say, even though it's not my watch, it's Fergal's watch. But special thanks to the Bashers gang for helping Fergal to make decisions when he went to send us in. Isn't that cool? We got to see you show it so many times and then decide on how to spec that out, what they could change, what they weren't allowed to change. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the Bashers, man. And I love that. You know me, I'm a huge Mark II fan. Huge Mark II fan. Christmas decorations also from Fergal. Oh, what a pretty tree. Wow. Me too. Everybody's right, right, James Vacheron. Yeah, a lot of watch picks today. It's great. Talk about watches for a change. I just feel like, we started kind of as a watch channel, but we've drifted away from that. But the best part is that when people bring their watches in, everybody appreciates it. And it's not like, being a 24-hour day talking about pulling up Chrono 24 and look at that. Beautiful tree. Beautiful. Beautiful. You guys are going all out and it shows. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Merry Christmas, Fergal and Louise. And feel better, Louise. Feel better. Moonwatch, Kinsale. You're going to go to that restaurant we went to? Last time I was in Kinsale, which was a long time ago. 2007. Oof. Beautiful. Oh, that's pretty. You guys are saying Merry Christmas now? What happened to Happy Christmas? Look at that. You can't. Can you beat that? Come on. Come on. You just can't. You just can't. You just can't do it. You just can't do it. Can't be done. Unless, of course, you want a first Omega in space. You're looking for that vintage look and no crown guards. 861 beauty right there. That's great, great movement. Great movement. Absolutely great movement. Thank you, Fergal. Mr. Badner, Sunday Eye Bashers. Very nice. I love this Omega theme right now. I'm loving it. The No Time to Die. Look at that on the Milanese. Look at that crystal on that thing. Look at it. It's beautiful. Now my father-in-law, this is the exact one he's had his eye on. Would you just get it already? I said, we'll go. You know what I'll do? I'll make an appointment for you. I'll call up the Omega store on Fifth Avenue now that I'm kind of famous there. I'll probably have a super duper in. Listen, my father-in-law wants. I think you might have to wait a week. I think they have to order, but I think you can get it. There was a time where you could not get it, especially in that configuration. Look at that. Oh, very nice. Hey, look at that. What is that on? It's in your car? Are you driving? Hey, that's pretty cool. Thanks, man. I love that. Mr. Fitzsimons, 270 shows. Is that right? Holy shit. Look at this. I've done more than 270 shows, right? You've watched 270 of their videos this year. That's a lot. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much for doing that. Yeah, you're really, thank you so much. How cool is that? You watched 207 of the videos. That is dedication and a half. Thank you. Uh-oh. K monitoring their playtime. Oh my god, it's a video. Oh, look at this. This video just whoa. This video plays right in the browser. Oh my god, you guys are gonna get sound and everything. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Wait, oh, put it back. Oh my god, look at this. It's so amazing. Look. And Junie. Let me take time to scratch my cats are unbelievable. I mean, when you're a cat person, man, you're a cat person. Oh, you posted that on YouTube. Oh, okay. That's why. I was so shocked that it did that. True. That's amazing. There's nothing more amazing than that. Absolutely not. It's great. James M. Half Moon Bay. Very nice. You world traveler, you. You world traveler. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous. How'd you do? What'd you shoot? Anything good? It's unbelievable. Gorgeous looking course. My city for now. Oh, right. There she is. The girl, the lady herself, the girl with the wrench. It's Carolyn Martin. My city for now. Well, oh, like dead in the heart of town. Ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in the heart of this town. All those guys are trying to over blizzard. I love David Coverdale. Don't get me wrong. I love him. I love him. I love him. Hey, from my sister. This is great. Ready for this? It says squishing a 15-pound cat into a dinner roll casket. Jesus. Did you mean to say basket instead of casket? Or did you mean casket? Oh, hello. Felix. You're a devil. You're a devil. An absolute devil. My sister has a million cats because my brother keeps letting all these cats in. And, my parents are no longer with us. So it's become a sanctuary of sorts. But, listen, there are some cats that just strike you in a different way. And this is two Two of hers, Spike and Felix, are the apples of her eye. I mean, you can't control how you feel about a cat. That's what it is. And it's fine. It's fine. Felix in a basket. Oh, and he's a very handsome boy. My sister's cat, Felix. She loves him. He is a good boy, though. When my dad was still around, every once in a while I'd be over there at night, and when he was a kitten, I have some really great kitty pictures of him with his siblings in the bay window in the front, and his mommy, and he's a very special kitty cat. He really and truly is. And that's it. That's the Gallery of Bastards, my friend. That was a great one, a long one, but a great one. Thank you.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime beats over. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
Andy says Claire Danes went out with an Aussie singer-songwriter called Ben Lee. She gets about, I don't know who Ben Lee is. I guess he never made it off that continent. Ben Lee. I was like, oh God. I was like, she's dating Kevin Hart and everybody. All that loom. Candidate for the Wrist of the Year, Fergal agreed. Wrist of the Year's coming up last week. We'll do the last week we'll do a Gallery of Bastards, and then you guys will vote, and we'll pick a special giveaway for whoever is Wrist of the Year, just like we did last year, and we'll love it. Nice looking, of course. Mike Lewis goes, Dirk, you're talking about Albert Speer regarding German World War II architecture and leading architect? Maybe. So happy everybody's sending in watch pictures. Me too. Omega and Christopher Ward, Mark II. Heavy breathing. Yeah, I know, right? It's an itch, Drew, that you need to scratch when it comes to the Mark II. Totally is. It totally is. So glad Mike Lewis is here. We're always happy when Mike Lewis is here. Jesus, Virgo, no wonder why you did not wear a watch putting up the tree. Major watch scratches. There's Dino. James M. Yes, loving the watch photos. Drooby Doo says, I'm thinking Heather should start a tradition, Chronos for Christmas. Why? Because of what you got last year? She has a lot to live up to. But a first Omega in space would do. He got a Panda Daytona for Christmas last year. I mean, come on. The hardest one to get. I mean, other than the Platona, but that's unobtainium. But you got a Panda Daytona. Impossible to get, and she got it. So miracles do come true. Crazy. Yeah, that's a lot to love to. We don't do decorations or trees or nothing. Heathens. Lovely cupcake. He loves the cupcake. Hey, JBB, great show. Thanks. Thank you, JHP. Thank you so much. Thanks. Let's give you a big bang. Smack 'em a gob. Boom. She's loving her sweet pea. Yeah, of course she is. Yeah. Basherdirk@gmail.com. That's basherdirk@gmail.com for Wrist of the Year. Don't give it to me yet, because we'll do that. What is today's date? The 7th. I'd say let's start it on the 15th. We'll start doing the because for the Christmas show. We'll do it for the Christmas show or the New Year's show, the Wrist of the Year. I think we should do it for the New Year's show. It makes more sense. Cat calendars. If you haven't sent me your address yet, please do so to basherdirk@gmail.com. Basherdirk@gmail.com. Because it's a Christmas gift from us to you at the iBashers Network. You know, most of you have your pets involved in the 2026 iBashers Pet Calendar. Please, if you haven't sent in your address right now, and if you don't think I have it, I'm not a miracle worker. I'm not a mind reader. I don't know. I can't hear. I don't know. Please send it in. I would love to send you one. Courtesy of the gang that helps run the show here. You know who they are. They're all mysterious. They all have a letter next to their name. But we all know Mama Martin, and we all know Basher Y, and all that stuff. The people that get the job done, and the incredible accomplices that I have here. Like, used to be one man in a black scrim and no lights, and I'm truly blessed. Guys, thank you so much. I'll see you on Tuesday for Speedy Tuesday. Speedy Tuesday. And yeah, I'll see you then. Tomorrow's the day off. Until then, go in peace to love and serve the Bash. We love you here at the iBashers, man. Thanks. Have a great one. Bye.
The choir sweet